Hi everyone, happy Friday. It's Lisa here with your weekly update video. So I'm gonna jump right in and tell you about our intake for this last week, which is Riley. Riley was adopted from us in 2019, and unfortunately, due to some family hardships, he needed to come back into rescue. On the bright side, however, he already has some adoption meetings scheduled by some people who had applications on file, so he may not actually go up as available for adoption, but if you're interested, please do submit an application and we can use it as backup or keep it on file. So I also have some very exciting adoption news. This week was the week of foster fails. So we have two very special foster fails this week. We have Andi, who was adopted by her foster trainer extraordinaire, Sherry Wolf Lucas. And we have Forrest, who was adopted by his lovely foster parents, Sophie and Travis. So thank you so much to both of them for welcoming those dogs into their home. We're so happy that they're staying with you. We also had a couple of foster to adopt trials start this week, our buddy Wilson and little puppy Alex Mack. So we're excited about that as well. Now, medical for the week. Sammy's test results came in that we told you we would share with you last week, and luckily he is cleared to get a dental later this month, so yay. Fawn is also going to be getting her dental next week, so we need to fundraise for both of those procedures. Remember that senior dogs always need a little bit extra care and typically need a dental as well, just like these two. So if you could please chip in to help us cover those costs. We gladly accept donations via Venmo, via PayPal, our website, all kinds of ways that you can get involved to help cover those surgical costs. All right, I'd also like to remind you about Melon. Now, Melon was is one of Fruit Bat Betty's puppies, but what we found very early on was that he has a condition called congenital emphysema. And so we made the call to make him a forever foster. So he had a checkup this week to see how things are going. And Dr. Kate says that it looks like things are going well. He will need surgery for that condition eventually, but typically that happens between 8 and 12 months of age, and he's only 3.5 months right now. So for the time being, we're gonna continue to have him in the forever foster program until he's old enough for the surgery. And then after the surgery, we'll reevaluate what steps that we can take. He may or may not ever be adoptable, but forever fosters, as the name suggests, are live, love dogs for life. So if that's something that needs to continue, we're more than happy to do that. Other medical news, Lambchop had a recheck, or has a recheck today on her skin. So we will be able to give you a little bit more info on that next week. But just a little plug, we are looking for a foster to adopt family for her. She's an active little girl, and with her skin feeling better, she's letting out all that energy in lots of fun ways. So we'd love to find a local family for her who can continue to take her into the vet for those checkups, but also help her get settled into what we hope will be her forever home. Friday also had a recheck on his skin. As we mentioned last week, he's got a lot of those same allergy issues going on that are ongoing and we need to keep on top of. Juda had a recheck on her ear infection, and we're going to be continuing treatment there since we still have some of that infection present. Checking in again next week, so we'll let you know how that goes. And then finally, we had lots of puppy vaccines: Plum, Leif, Pomegranate, and Melon. All right, now I wanted to speed through that because I have some really important things to talk to you about today as we wrap up our video. And that is that we need fosters. Now, as many of you who have been following us for any time know, our big passion is to support and rescue shelter dogs that are at risk, either medically or behaviorally, or sometimes both. Since we've been closed for intake for the last several months, that's not something that we've been able to do, which is really challenging. We get daily emails for owner surrenders, stray dogs, dogs in the shelter that people want us to help, and it's really difficult to say no. But here's the problem. Here's one of the big reasons that I really haven't shared with you, which is why we have been having to say no a lot. And that's because we have a wait list of adoption returns. So for one reason or another, much of it being COVID-related hardships, we have a lot of live, love dogs that are needing to come back into rescue, and we literally don't have a spot to put them, and hence the wait list. So all of that to say, we really need fosters. We have to prioritize our live, love dogs, even if they're not current live, love dogs, because once you're in the live, love family, you're in the live, love family for life. So we need to be able to support these dogs first and foremost before we can branch back out and support our shelter dogs, which is really challenging and difficult. So we need fosters. Please share with anyone you know that might be able to foster. Our largest area of need is large breed dogs and some willingness to work through a little bit of behavior. Not all of our dogs are going to fit into that category. Not all of our dogs who need fosters do fit into those areas, but that is kind of our most challenging. So if you can do that, then you can pretty much do anything else that might come your way. However, as always, as I've mentioned in the past, we do provide a lot of support, and we will happily work through those behavior issues as a team if they are things that come up. And you know what, sometimes we get a pleasant surprise and the behavior issues really aren't that bad, so you never know. But we do a full behavior assessment on any dog coming into rescue, whether or not they have been a live love dog in the past or not, because things can change as dogs change and move environments. So thank you for getting serious with me a little bit. We really would like to reopen intake, but we have to take care of our live love dogs first. So if you can, please donate. That helps support training costs, that helps support medical costs. As I mentioned, we have many ways that you can donate. Check out our website. You can also donate through Amazon Smile. You can designate us as your charity of choice. You can always go to our Amazon wish list or our Cuddly campaigns if you would like to donate physical supplies, which we always are grateful to accept as well. And please share our adoptable dogs. We have a lot of long stay dogs, particularly Hannah, who is inching closer to 550 days in rescue, and that's a really long time. So please share Hannah and the rest of our adoptable dogs to, again, help us be able to open up some fosters and reopen intake. Thank you so much for all the support. We love you, and I will talk to you next week.